In this video, we will look at adding decimals using base 10 pieces. This standard extends students' previous experiences with adding and subtracting whole numbers and their understanding of place value with decimals. This standard requires that students utilize models, drawings, and strategies based on place value rather than relying on algorithms. Here we will look at adding 3 and 1900ths plus 1 and 64 hundredths. Before we begin to solve, we'll estimate so that we can check the reasonableness of our final answer. I know that 3 and 19 hundredths is close to 3 wholes. It's just 19 hundredths more than 3 wholes. And 1 and 64 hundredths is close to 2 wholes. It's 64 hundredths away from 1 whole, whereas it is only 36 hundredths away from 2. And now 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And so this lets us know that our answer should be around 5. Now, to begin to solve, the first thing we'll do is model each of our add-ins. So we have 3 and 19 hundredths. So I will show 3 wholes. Remember that a flat represents 1 whole when we are using base 10 pieces to model decimal numbers. So 3 wholes, and then 19 hundredths. So we would need 1/10, which we use a rod for that, and then 9 hundredths. Remember, each unit represents 1/100th. So there we have 3 and 19 hundredths. And to that we are going to add 1 and 64 hundredths. So we will add 1 whole and 64 hundredths. So we have 1 whole and then 6/10ths and 4 hundredths. So we have modeled both of our add-ins, and now we just need to combine like pieces. So let's start with the hundredths. I know that it takes 10 hundredths to make 1/10. I know that I have 9 hundredths here, and if I took just one of the hundredths from the 1 and 64 hundredths, I would have 10 hundredths, which would make a new 10th. So I'm going ahead and regroup these 10 hundredths for 1/10. Now I could check to see, I only have 3 hundredths left, so I know I'm done regrouping with the hundredths. We could see if we have enough tenths to regroup as well. We know we would need 10 tenths to make a new whole. I have 2 tenths here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I only have 8 tenths, so I will not be making another whole. So now I can just go ahead and look at what we have in total. So I can see here that I have 4 wholes. We have 6, 7, 8 tenths, and 3 hundredths. And so that lets me know that the sum of 3 and 19 hundredths and 1 and 64 hundredths is 4 and 83 hundredths. And we know that this answer of 4 and 83 hundredths is reasonable based on our estimate of 5. 4 and 83 hundredths is very close to 5. And so again, this is how we can add decimals using base 10 pieces.